Have you ever had one of those moments where you suddenly see yourself from the outside? Maybe you caught a reflection of yourself arguing with a cashier, or you heard your own voice on a recording and cringed. It's that sudden, sharp pang of self-awareness. And we're told this is a good thing, right? The key to growth, emotional intelligence, and living an examined life. Know thyself. But what if there's a dark side to all this self-knowledge? What if the relentless pursuit of self-awareness is actually making us more miserable? I know, it sounds counterintuitive. For years, I was obsessed with self-improvement. I read all the books, listened to the podcasts, journaled until my hand cramped. I analyzed every thought, every emotion, every interaction. I wanted to understand the why behind everything I did. Why did I get anxious in social situations? Why did I procrastinate on important projects? Why did I react so strongly to certain comments? I thought that if I could just dissect myself enough, I could reassemble a better, more perfect version. A version that was confident, productive, and unshakable. But something strange happened. The more I analyzed, the more I found to be wrong. My self-awareness didn't feel like a superpower. It felt like a spotlight in a dark room, illuminating every flaw, every crack, every speck of dust. My inner monologue, which was supposed to be a wise, gentle guide, turned into a relentless critic. It was no longer just, "Oh, I feel a bit anxious." It became, "You're feeling anxious because you have an insecure attachment style stemming from your childhood. You're afraid of judgment because you seek external validation. Your posture is closed off, which signals a lack of confidence. You just used a filler word, see? You're not articulate enough." It was exhausting. Every social interaction became a performance to be reviewed later. Did I say the right thing? Was my body language open? Did they like me? I was so busy monitoring myself that I wasn't actually present in the moment. I was living inside my own head, trapped in a feedback loop of self-scrutiny. Instead of connecting with people, I was analyzing my ability to connect. The very thing that was meant to make me more authentic was making me feel like a fraud, an actor playing the part of myself. This is what I call the paradox of self-awareness. When we first start, it's liberating. We notice patterns, understand our triggers, and feel empowered to make changes. That's stage one. But if we're not careful, we slide into stage two, hyper-awareness. This is where self-awareness curdles into self-consciousness. We stop observing our thoughts and feelings and start judging them. We don't just notice anger, we judge ourselves for feeling it. I shouldn't be angry. Enlightened people don't get angry. We don't just notice sadness, we pathologize it. Why am I sad again? There must be something fundamentally broken inside me. We start labeling every part of ourselves with psychological jargon. Suddenly, a bad mood isn't just a bad mood. It's a depressive episode. A preference for staying in isn't just being an introvert. It's social anxiety. We diagnose ourselves with a million different microailments until we see ourselves as a walking collection of problems to be solved. The goal is no longer to live a good life. It's to fix the broken machine that is me. This is the pitfall. We become so focused on the mechanics of our own minds that we forget how to simply exist. Think about it this way. When you're learning to drive a car, at first you're acutely aware of everything. Your hands at 10 and 2, the pressure on the gas pedal, checking the mirrors every 3 seconds. You're consciously processing every single action. But once you become a proficient driver, you don't think about it anymore. You just drive. The actions become automatic, integrated. You can listen to music, have a conversation, and enjoy the scenery because the mechanics of driving have faded into the background. Imagine if you had to consciously think about every single driving maneuver for the rest of your life. It would be incredibly stressful, and you'd probably be a worse driver, not a better one. Hyper-awareness is like being a perpetual student driver of your own life. You're always checking the mirrors of your mind, always worried you're going to stall in a social situation. So busy with the how of living that you miss the what, the actual experience of the journey, the joy, the spontaneity, the messiness of being human. So what's the solution? Do we abandon self-awareness altogether and go back to being blissfully ignorant? No, of course not. Ignorance isn't bliss. It's just a different kind of trap. The key is to find the balance. It's about moving from self-awareness to self-acceptance. It's shifting from what's wrong with me to what is true for me right now. The goal isn't to eliminate our flaws, it's to integrate them. To understand that having anxiety doesn't make you a broken person. It makes you a person who experiences anxiety. Procrastinating doesn't make you lazy. It makes you a human who sometimes struggles with motivation. These are not character defects to be surgically removed. They are part of the complex, messy, and beautiful tapestry of who you are. True self-awareness isn't about standing apart from yourself with a clipboard and a red pen. It's about being with yourself, non-judgmentally. It's the ability to say, okay, I feel anger rising in my chest. My fists are clenching. My thoughts are racing. And just letting it be there. Not judging it. Not trying to fix it. Not spinning a story about why it makes you a bad person. Just observing it, like watching a cloud pass in the sky. It's there, and then it's gone. By not fighting it, we rob it of its power. This is a much gentler, more compassionate way to live. It's about letting go of the project of self-improvement and embracing the practice of self-compassion. It's understanding that you don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love and happiness. You can be anxious and worthy. You can be sad and worthy. You can be a little bit of a mess and still be completely, wonderfully worthy. Let's stop trying to be the perfect, optimized version of ourselves and just start being ourselves. Fully, unapologetically, and imperfectly. Let's get out of our heads and back into our lives. Let's stop analyzing the sunset and just enjoy the view. Because life isn't a problem to be solved. It's an experience to be lived. And you can't fully live it if you're always on the sidelines, taking notes on your own performance. So the next time you feel that hypercritical inner voice starting up, just gently thank it for its concern and turn your attention back to the world around you. Feel the sun on your skin. Listen to the sound of a friend's laughter. Taste your coffee. Be here now, not as a project to be fixed, but as a person to be. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the dark side of self-awareness. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.